Megma is a small hamlet inside the Singalila National Park in the Darjeeling subdivision of Darjeeling district in West Bengal, India. It is near the India-Nepal border and lies on the Sandakpur trek. As the name suggests, it is covered by clouds most of the time. We trekked uphill from Chitre through a beautiful landscape, and for about 2 hours it took us to reach here. Trust me, all the way there were plenty of opportunities for photographs, and I did take a lot of them. But today, we will discuss this one particular photo and my thoughts behind its composition. I reached Megma in the afternoon and started to explore the surroundings. The monastery is a major landmark of this place and is a must visit for everyone. Overnight, I stayed at Saraswati Auntie's homestay and spent a wonderful time understanding their culture with the family. I even had dinner with them together in their room. The detailed video of that trip is shared in the description below. I went to sleep early, hoping for a clear weather the next morning and some good photographic opportunities. It's early morning at Megma. The weather is absolutely clear. There was a lot of cloud yesterday in the afternoon, and today it's around 5:30 now. I'm expecting a sunrise by 6. So it's really cold. The wind is blowing, and let's see what we have in store for us. Although Kanchenjunga cannot be viewed from Megma, you need to go around 2 kilometers towards Tonglu to get a view, and the condition of the sky clearly indicates that the mountains are visible today. What a skyline. See, it's red. Look at this. This is the famous tree at Megma, and what a skyline. So we are expecting the sunrise to happen from here. Guys, I'm at Megma. I just took the photo of the beautiful sunrise, but simultaneously I got to see and explore the foothills, and in the foothills I saw a wonderful pattern. In fact, it is visible right now also. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now the cloud is coming up from beneath and highlighting those patterns even more. So that's a potential photograph for me. I just kept a good depth of field of around 9 with ISO of 250 and a speed of 125 because I am using my tripod, so that will be good enough. But the reason why I am taking this photograph is, you see, the patterns are actually converging towards one point. From the left hand side they are quite wide apart, but as they go towards the right they are converging towards one point. So that is the composition for me. I could not bring the sun in the frame because it's quite a distance away and my wide angle lens is not working. The 1735, I think, Tokina, it's not working, it's not autofocusing, so I have to use the kit lens of Nikon, which is 24-120, and it's quite sufficient because I have to zoom in and take the photograph at 120, so it does not matter. So anyways, it is a wonderful photograph, and I'm still exploring what other pictures I can get. I think just below the sun over there are 4-5 foothills. If I can bring it in the frame, that will also work. Let's see. I think this photograph really stands out for me. Let's see. Hello, welcome to the editing portion of this video. Let's quickly dive into the photo and see what changes I've made, and then we will discuss the composition part of this photo. So if we look straight into this image over here,
we can see this is the camera raw I have opened up. This is the screen of the camera raw in Photoshop. Now you can see the changes which I've made is in exposure. I've increased the contrast, I've reduced the highlights, shadows I've opened up so that the foreground and the background are visible clearly, increase the clarity, and this is a very good option in dehaze where I've reduced the haze which was available in the scenario. The vibrance I've increased, and if we compare the earlier image which came out of the raw file, it was this, and the final image is this. So I've changed a bit of the temperature to give it a warmer feeling. And if we open up in Photoshop, let us discuss about the composition. Yeah, so you can see the idea behind this image is the leading lines. It is not the rule of thirds, but if you check on these lines over here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, all of these lines are converging to one single point, which is this portion of the image. So this is the natural surroundings which you have to observe in nature when it comes up in front of you. If you see the broader image, this is the broader image that was available, but you find that the image which we tried to compose is only from this part. The whole scenario that was open in front of us was a much bigger and wider perspective. There was the sunrise happening and there are a lot of foothills over here, but I found that the image, the drama was being played on this part. So if you come back to the Photoshop, you see these clouds, these are layers of mist which are coming up from beneath the valley. What happens is at night the clouds settle down in the valley, and early in the morning as the sun rises, these clouds come up from the valley because the land becomes warm, and as normal physics explains the whole scenario over here, the clouds heat up and they rise up from the valley. Now when they rise up, these lines, these leading lines of the foothills become more visible. So it is only for a fraction period of a time, maybe around 10-15 minutes, when you will get to click this image. Before the perfect time, the lines are not visible in that fashion, and a bit later also what happens is the whole surroundings get cloudy. So you have to wait for the particular time when this image, just props up in front of you, and click at that point of time. One thing you have to keep in mind is that we as photographers have to do the hard work in composing the frames. The audience, when they look at our photographs, in a flash of a second, they must understand what is the story behind the frame. So the hard work needs to be put in, and for the audience it must be super smooth. They must understand the story behind it, or what we are trying to convey, and it must bring a sense of joy or satisfaction to the audience. So yes, from the frame which I did, if you have any inputs on how I could better manage it, but yes, again I'm saying that I don't do any addition or deletion in my frames. I don't change the skyline because I find it, as a nature photographer, I don't find it really ethical or natural. So I don't do that. As of now I don't do it, but I don't know in future whether I'll do it or not. Most probably I won't. Yes, this is one of the image which came good from this visit to Meghma, and I'll be explaining a lot more images also from my visits to various places in the hills. So yes, I'm looking forward to making more such videos. Thank you for watching.